Hello guys, welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs. So guys, today I'm going to cover a very different topic that is like sometimes it's a very famous interview question and you can do some magic in your project as well and you can impress anyone. How to find out JavaScript errors in your application. Okay, it's very important these days. GUI developers they are using a lot of heavy JavaScript frameworks like React.js, AngularJS, Node.js, Bootstrap, a lot of Ajax components and a lot of heavy JavaScript they are using to send the request and from the browser itself, and very heavy UI also they are using. So there are high chances are there that there are so many JavaScript errors are there, but those errors you won't be able to see that, but in the background errors are there, and you can raise those bugs and you can assign to the UI developers, because all the good websites, all the good web applications are there in the market like flipkart.com, amazon.com. Such websites they try to avoid okay UI errors or JavaScript errors. Okay, so how to capture these errors using Selenium? So I'll show you what kind of errors I'm talking about. So have you ever seen such kind of errors that uncaught? So these are the top 10 JavaScript errors. I have found one JavaScript error blog that cannot read property, undefined is not an object, type error, null is not an object, something like that, or some script error is coming, or type error that object doesn't support properly. So very famous error is this uncaught type error cannot read property. And these guys have explained that through the console, in the Google console and Chrome console and everything, you can see that sometimes we see in red line that cannot read property bar or undefined, right? Some errors, okay, different type error, or null pointer is coming in the background, okay, and some script error. So there are quite number of errors. Sometimes we see that okay object doesn't support like this, right? So how to handle such errors, I mean how to identify such errors? So let's do that. So with the help of Selenium we can do that, and Selenium provides such facilities, such logging facilities, to check what kind of browser errors or JavaScript errors or any kind of warnings are there, or any kind of errors or info. Okay, such kind of things are there. So we can take some example. Let's see on Facebook. If you launch facebook.com, let's say this is a Facebook application, and what I'll do that let me right click on it and simple click on inspect and go to your console. So sometime in console we see that okay such kind of errors, that DOM found two elements with non-unique ID are locale. So this is called error, guys. Okay, and some warning is also coming over here, or some error is coming that okay this is a browser feature intended for developers, right? So something like that we see some kind of JavaScript errors, or object is not defined, or null pointers are coming, or something like that. We have seen a lot of time that some JavaScript errors are coming, and we can see those errors in console, but every time you cannot do it manually. So there are different ways. So in my company somebody told me that okay please can you write some automation so that we can find those JavaScript errors, and we can navigate throughout the application for each and every page, and then immediately it will give you such kind of errors, that what kind of JavaScript errors are there, and we can generate some reports. So how to do that? So for that, what exactly guys you have to do, um, uh, we have to write some code. First of all, what kind of code? I'll show you that I did some research on it, and then I found some solution and created my own basic solution for that, and you guys can also use the same solution for that. This is very simple, and but you need to understand what exactly I'm doing over here. So let me create a, so this is a Java project, Maven Java project, and I already added my pom.xml file where my Selenium library is already added over here, okay, in my dependency section. So Selenium is already there, and now what exactly you have to do? Simple, I'm going to create a class. So let me, my class name is find.js errors logging. Okay, and we will write a testng class so that we can write a test case also. So first I'm going to create what exactly I'm going to do. Simple, I'm going to create one uh, public WebDriver driver instance I'll create, so that this is the global instance which will be applicable throughout my program. And let me import, and I'll create one @before method. Okay, this is my @before method, and I'm going to write my setup method here, public void setup. Just a minute, let me check the recording is on. Yeah, so public void setup method is there, and I'm going to import this in from testng. So quickly I'll write the code in setup method. What exactly I have to define? Let's say I'm using the Google Chrome. So I'm going to design a desired capability. Okay, desired capabilities. I'm going to create the object of this capabilities is equal to new desired capabilities. Okay, so this is the desired capability. This is the class already available in Selenium, and I'm going to create the object of this particular class. And what exactly I'm going to do, instead of this by using new, I'm going to do that desired capabilities dot, I'm going to use Chrome browser for that. Just a minute, let me import it properly. Just a minute. Okay, so desired capabilities dot Chrome I'm going to use. Okay, right. And what exactly I'm going to do, so we have one more class that is called logging preferences. So you never heard about this class, logging preferences. You have to create the object of this particular class, logging preferences is equal to new logging preferences. I'll tell you what exactly the purpose of this class. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to enable some logging preferences, like this. Logging preferences dot, one method is there, enable method is there, that what kind of log type you want. I want, so there is a class log type dot, I want all the browser specific logs are getting generated. Okay, I want log type with browser specific. And what kind of level you want, so I want level of all. So if you see, level is a class, level dot all config fine, finer error or info or severe error or warning. Okay, such kind of warning, such kind of severe error, or okay, information of fine error or fine normal fine warnings or fine messages if you want to capture, or some configuration if you want to capture. So this logger is already available in, okay, WebDriver with Java. I want level, all type of level I want. Okay, either it is warning, either it is fine error, fine warning, and normal warning, errors, severe error, information, whatever it is, I just want to capture. Okay, so this is my logging preferences. Now with this particular capabilities, what I'm going to do, just simple use capabilities dot. So guys, this logging preferences is coming from Selenium only. I'm not using any third party tool. I'm using only Selenium. Now what we have to do, we have a method set capability method is there. So this is my set capability method, and we have to tell, okay, set capability, yes, set capability method is there. And what kind of capability you want, so I want capability type, capability type class interface is there, from capability type dot, okay, capability type dot logging preferences I want, and what exactly your value. So my value will be whatever the logging preferences reference I have created. I'll just pass this particular object reference name over here. Okay, so this is a configuration, basic configuration that we have to do. After that, what exactly I'm going to do, that I'm going to launch my browser, okay, with Chrome. So I have to set the property similarly, like let me take this particular code. Simple, for Chrome driver.exe file path we have to give. So let me get that particular code, that this is the code. Okay, so system.set property for Chrome driver also I have given because I have to launch Chrome ultimately. Now what I'm going to do that simple use driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Okay, in this particular new Chrome driver, we have to pass the capabilities, whatever the capability that we have defined over here, right? So capabilities I have defined over here. So this is a basic setup method I have written. Again, let me repeat. I'm creating the object or capabilities. I'm using the desired capabilities with Chrome, and logging preferences class is there. I'm just creating the object of logging preferences, and I'm making it enable that. Okay, I want all the log type of browser and all levels, all kind of errors I want on the specific on the browser. And then I'm defining the set capability, that what kind of capability with the Chrome I want, that my Chrome should have that capability, that all the logging preferences, and logging preferences are object I'm passing over here. And then this is a simple thing that this is my Chrome driver.exe system property, and then driver equal to new Chrome driver. I'm passing the capability reference over here, and that's it. Now I'll write one @after method as well, that public, let's see, void tear down method, and simple I'm going to write driver dot quit. Okay, so @after method I'm going to import like this. Now one important utility I'm going to create, that is called one method I'm going to create, let's see, public void extract js logs info. So I'm going to extract simple method name I have written, extract js javascript logging information, right? So what I'm going to do that we have one method in driver dot manage dot, one method is there. You guys have never seen such method. Okay, driver.manage dot logs dot get method is there, and we have to pass that what kind of logs you want. So I want log type dot browser. Okay, log type of browser I want. Okay, this kind of things I want. I'm sure that you guys have never seen driver.manage dot logs, and this, what exactly it will give you, the get will give you the log entries class object. So I'm going to store log entries is equal to this, and log entries is available in Selenium, so you just need to import. Okay, and this log entries will collect all the logging information, whatever the logs, either it is info or warning or finer error or any kind of errors are there, right? It will capture those errors. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a for loop for that for loop, and then we have one class is there, log entry, and I'm going to create one reference entry colon from this particular log entries. Okay, and this log entry I'm going to import from Selenium. So log entry one by one will fetch all the information from log entries. It will store inside the entry reference, and then what I just want to print that system.out.println the date wise. So new date I'm going to use, guys, I'll tell you, simple, see this code, new date, and from this particular entry object reference fetch first information, that what dot get timestamp. Okay, and then append with, I'll make some space, and then again append with entry dot get label also I want to print. Okay, I'll show you what kind of label we are talking about here, and then plus I want entry dot get message. Okay, so and this date we have to import it from java.util package. Simple. So system.out.println that date wise, what I'm gonna do, that date wise I'm gonna take entry.get timestamp, that on this particular time what kind of error is there, and what kind of label is there, and what kind of message is there, the warning message or error message, or it is a okay, warning or info. So I'll generate the output and then I'll show it to you what exactly the significance of this particular line. So this is the simple method I have created. This is the utility actually, guys. This is the crux and this code, these 2-3 lines. Now I'm gonna write my @test annotation, that public void, let's see, this is my test method, and simple I'm gonna write public void test method. What happened? Test is coming from, okay, just a minute. Oh. This method is getting ended over here. So we have to write @test here, and this @test annotation we have to import it from testng. And here I'm going to launch my browser, I mean my URL, get http://www.facebook.com, right? And then I'm call this method. I'm going to call this particular method over here, so that the moment it launch facebook.com, it will call this method, it will come over here and it will check what kind of errors are there on the browser. Okay, so let's run this program. So manually we have seen that, okay, the moment I launch facebook.com, some error is there, okay, that found 2 elements with non-unique ID, red color is there. Okay, so this is some error is there, right? And now let's run this program and we will see, it should launch facebook.com. See, it's launching facebook.com, right? And browser closed, and you will see nothing. Just a minute, we will see illegal argument. Just a minute, guys, let me check what is the error. Just a minute. Okay, so yeah, so let me run it again. So this is the code, guys, and let's run it again and we will see that what kind of errors we are getting. Let's run it again. So run as testng and we will see that it should launch facebook.com. See, it's launching Facebook and browser is closed because we have written driver.quit. And see, this is the JavaScript, all the errors and warnings are coming. You can see that this is the latest timestamp according to the program. This is a severe error that found 2 elements with non-unique ID local, and this is the exact thing we are getting, that found 2 elements with non-unique ID local, like this, right? You can see it over here. Same error we are getting over here. Okay, and then we have two fine errors are there, that input element should have autocomplete attributes. So somewhere in the hidden also it's written, maybe we are not able to see over here, but it got 2 information and 4 info messages are coming, that this is a browser feature. You can see that this is a browser feature or something like that, and one stop is written, console API, that stop is written, and then see this information for more information, like that. So these are the 4 basic information that we are like not bothered about it, but majorly we are bothered about severe. This is a severe, means this is a problem, this is an error, actual JavaScript error is coming, right? So and then you can later on you can log into the facebook.com and then you can check again and again, you can call this particular method, right? Let's say tomorrow you are using the freecrm.com over here. Let's see on free CRM. Okay, freecrm.com site is there. Do we have any error or not on the home page? See, so it says, okay, there are no errors, but only 2 information is there, right? So free CRM homepage is perfectly working fine, but after maybe login into freecrm.com, maybe some errors are there. So you can write the login code over here, and then again you can call this method. Then again write the go to contacts and then call this method. So like this. So let's see, after after moving to the first login page, then you are writing, you are moving to home page. right? You're moving to home page, and again, I'm not writing my Selenium code, guys. You can write it later. And then you are moving to, and then go to contacts page, and then again call this particular method like this. So n number of times you can call this method, guys. Okay, again and again, whenever you need it. Okay, after coming on, let's say on the deals page, or maybe some registration page, or maybe some sign up page, or forgot password page, there are chances that okay, JavaScript error should be there. In that case, you can call this particular method, and then you will, all the information you will get to know over here like this. So this is something really good, very simple code, and some magic you can showcase in your program, I mean in your company, and then you can say that okay, these are the, instead of checking manually, and you can, before production release, or in fact on the staging environment, or maybe in fact on production environment also, you just navigate for each and every page, click on each and every link available on the page, and call this method extract js logs info, and immediately you will get to know that okay, is there any kind of errors or info or warning, because it's so difficult to manage over here. You will, let's say you are going to forgot account. Okay, so again some errors are there, or maybe some other errors are there, or maybe let's see if you're going to, let's see some freecrm.com, so you will see that okay, there are no errors on free crm like this, but maybe some other page, or maybe some other application, they are using some errors are coming. Let's see, I'm going to use flipkart.com. On Flipkart as such, no errors. So see, these are the warnings are there. Okay, so let's use flipkart.com, and we'll see what happens here. Okay, let me comment these things, otherwise it will call again and again. And let's run it. So Flipkart will be launched. Okay, see, it's getting launched, and see, you can see that some info and warnings are there. See, these are the warnings. 3 warnings are there with 2 info. That warning is something like that Chrome dot load times is deprecated. Okay, so you can tell to developers any severe error or something like that. Okay, see, Chrome timeout load times is deprecated like that. If any red color warnings or red color errors are there, then definitely you should log as a bug to the UI developer. Okay, it's your responsibility to raise a bug. Now let's see, let me check if any other things are there that so I think most of the things are perfectly fine, because this is a very standard site. So they have already tested that okay, there are no JavaScript error, but some of the applications, very a lot of applications are there, you will get okay, a lot of JavaScript errors. So you should not leave JavaScript errors, guys. Although sometimes, most of the time, we ignore those JavaScript errors, but JavaScript error on the UI should not be ignored. It should be logged. Okay, and it will be so difficult to manage. Okay, so difficult to manage through manually. So better to use. Let me move it back to facebook.com. So better to use this particular code and do it automatically. Okay, so that's all for this particular session, guys. It's very simple, and I'll upload this particular code in the Git repository. You can have a look, and the URL is available on in the description. You okay? Please share this code with others, and if you really like this video, please put your comment. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share with others. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching, guys.